The Boston Celtics and Danny Ainge decided not to make a trade before the deadline on Thursday. I'm Sierra Goodwill here with Josue Pavon. Josue, were you surprised considering how much chatter there were and how many names were being thrown around on this team? Gordon Hayward, even Jason Tatum at times, Enes Kanter, that they decided to stay put with the team as it is.
I wasn't surprised at all, Sierra. You hear all these names because they were names being involved, and Danny Ainge has done this in the past, right? He waits for teams to talk it out, and then one of those guys that ends up not being traded, he usually swoops in that final hour and puts up an offer. But I just think what he had to offer was just not enough. It just wasn't a whole lot of value. These young guys do have a lot of potential, but a lot of teams are just not going to carry that kind of stock, especially right on the trade deadline. So I think, honestly, it's like what he said on, I think it was on Sports Hub 98.5, what Red Auerbach told him one day. He said, sometimes the best trades are the ones you don't make. And in this case, I think he may be right on this one. I mean, who's to say what these guys are going to unfold and what they'll be, between now and the postseason? Who knows? They might need one of these guys. You know what? Right. Also, sometimes when you trade someone to a team like this where the chemistry is really down pat, it kind of mixes things up. It kind of confuses people with their roles. So I think the Celtics are best fit just to look at the buyout market and just keep moving forward with what they already have. And this segment, of course, is brought to you by Get Roman for men dealing with erectile dysfunction, free online clinic, and you get free 2-day shipping when you go to GetRoman.com/garden. That's GetRoman.com/garden. Do it today.
Now we're going to talk about buyout options because obviously this is something that's still on the table. There's a couple options that I think you think the Celtics should look into.
I like
Kemba
these
Walker,
options.
after the game against the Hawks, found out that Marvin Williams is heading to the Bucks, and he wasn't too happy about it.
I'm not either. That was my favorite option, Sierra. That's what I wanted the Celtics to do. I thought he would have been a great fit, but I'm not going to say any more about it because he's out of the picture at this point. So let's keep it moving.
Yeah, who looks good for you right now, though, that the Celtics should probably look into?
Look, I'm not just saying this because I know Celtics fans want to see it happen, but if Isaiah Thomas is in Brad Stevens' mind and Danny Ainge's mind, which I'm sure he is, I say why not go for it? I mean, I know there could be other options with bigs. That's obviously the top of the list is Tristan Thompson. But if we're looking realistically, and look, I'm not saying that Tristan Thompson would be against joining the Celtics, but I just see him latching on to a team like the Clippers, the Rockets. He's going to go for one of those guys. And especially look who's in LA. His former teammate, LeBron James. I mean, I just don't see it as a realistic possibility.
And his baby mama.
His baby mom. That's a great point. I forgot about that. Yeah. So that's what he has his eyes on. He's like, man, if I can compete for a championship, I can get out of this cold weather. He's going to do that. And I just don't think the Celtics are on the top of his list. He's probably not even a top 5, maybe top 5. But realistically, I don't know. Look, I think the second unit needs scoring as well. I know seeing a big man or a rim protector is something that people want to see for this team, but the Celtics have been able to make it work. Daniel Tice is going to work his way back. I'm not giving up on Robert Williams, but we could save that conversation for another day. And then you have other guys stepping up like Grant Williams, and this bench has been able to produce without having that proverbial, shot blocker. I just think they could survive without it. Scoring, on the other hand, is one thing that they could need down the road, and I think Isaiah Thomas in this role in Brad Stevens' offense could flourish. Evan Turner also comes to mind, but Isaiah Thomas, I just think from an emotional standpoint, I think it really could. Just having him back here, I think you find a whole new level of focus out of Isaiah Thomas. You're also putting him in a situation where the Celtics aren't really heavily relying on him to produce big, and he would be the 7th option, 8th option? I don't know. If we're talking about offense, a guy who can provide 9-10 points off the bench, that's exactly what the Celtics need, second to big man help. And if you're unable to go out and get someone like Tristan Thompson, why not give the little guy a shot,
Absolutely. And for all the rest of our Celtics coverage, we got you covered on clnsmedia.com as the Celtics go into this buyout market, and we'll keep you updated on our website, so go check it out.